Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back for a Thursday edition of the Steel City Sports Report, where we talk everything Steelers, Penguins, and Pirates. I am your host, Brady Vini. Most likely going to be a bit of a shorter live stream here tonight. We do have a big news story to talk about here to kick off the show in a matter of moments, but beyond that, not too much else going on here today, but we will cover it all, no matter how big or small. The big story that we are going to be kicking off with, not just the Steelers' initial injury report ahead of their matchup with the Miami Dolphins on Monday night, a new name on the injury list, and this a very scary and unfortunate situation. TJ Watt in jeopardy, not just to miss Monday night's game, but potentially to miss the rest of the season, depending on how bad the situation is with him. What that is, we will talk about here to kick off the show in a moment. Thoughts and prayers to number 90. After we cover everything going on with TJ Watt that broke this afternoon, we will get into the injury report, the first one of the week for the Miami Dolphins and the Pittsburgh Steelers. After that, we'll get into extra Pittsburgh sports news here for this Thursday. Some news around the Pittsburgh Penguins. They about to play the Montreal Canadiens coming up here in roughly an hour and a half. So that game, we will probably be wrapped up with this live stream before puck drop in that one. We'll also talk about the Pittsburgh Pirates a little bit and the latest rumors on them as well. But before we officially get the show started here on this Thursday and get things rolling, if you are new here, first off, welcome to the channel. On your way in, please hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so that you never miss a thing here on the channel. Again, also leave a like on this live stream, share it so we can get more viewers in here, and in the comment section, leave any thoughts, questions, or opinions that you may have. I enjoy interacting with you fine folks when you put stuff in the comment section first. But when you put stuff in the comment section, I enjoy chatting with you guys that way. First commenter of the afternoon, reoccurring viewer here. It is Concepts and Concepts. I want to, before we get into the TJ Watt thing, echo and fully agree and pass along the same message. Some things are more important than life in football, and that is the health and well-being of yourself. So forget football indeed. Just hope that TJ is okay. Thoughts and prayers to him. We are going to start off with that breaking story from this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. TJ Watt, according to a press release from Steelers PR spokesperson Bert Lawton, a lung injury for Watt. He was hospitalized last night. The statement you see here on your screen right now. TJ Watt currently in a local hospital for further medical evaluation of his lung after experiencing discomfort at the practice facility on Wednesday. He will not practice on Thursday, and his status for Monday night's game versus Miami is in question. Coach Tomlin will provide updates at the appropriate time. We did get an update from Tomlin today on the situation. Tomlin's response, quote, "I'm a little bit cautious about what I say because I'm not a medical expert. But to make a long story short, he was experiencing some discomfort when he was at the facility yesterday. And so we took him to the docs, and they're going through some procedures. He stayed overnight in the hospital. He has a lung situation that's being addressed. I think he has some testing and so forth ahead of him this afternoon. And that's all I know at this juncture. He and I communicated last night. He was comfortable, and that's all I have really at this point." A couple of further things there to update on what Tomlin had to say there. Said last night that he was experiencing this discomfort at the team facility. Interesting, though, because there was not a practice yesterday. So this is not a practice injury for TJ Watt. Mike Tomlin, in his Tuesday press conference, gave the team Tuesday and Wednesday off, seeing how they play on Monday night. So this was Watt in there for some sort of treatment. That was confirmed, I believe, by Adam Schefter. He said Watt's lung injury occurred during treatment at the team facility Wednesday. What exactly went down. Was it because of the treatment he got the discomfort in his lungs? Was it just so happened to happen during the treatment? Did the treatment cause it? Did it not? We do not know that at this time. We can only speculate. There was a second update from Adam Schefter about 15 to 20 minutes ago, right before we went live on ESPN. Schefter saying it's fair to assume that Watt has a semi-punctured lung. Said that it doesn't look like Watt will be available to play on Monday night. That is just absolutely devastating. Not, from a selfish fan point of view here, thinking strictly about the game of football. It's just so unfortunate and devastating for Watt right now. Middle of the season, focused on football, and then now your season gets put in jeopardy on something that honestly could have been avoidable. So thoughts and prayers first and foremost to TJ Watt. Football is no longer important for him. Hopefully he gets all the correct treatment and is able to get well from this. Some more on the Watt situation. The NFL Players Association, they have been made aware of the situation. They have been in touch with Watt and his representation. Alex Highsmith said he's also been in touch with TJ, said it's definitely a scary and tough situation. Just praying for him. I know he's getting better. Aaron Rodgers, the team leader and quarterback, he did not talk to TJ, but he said he's not going to bet against anybody in the Watt family and being able to deal with something like this and coming back as quickly as possible. So some words of encouragement and some positive news that some have reached out to Watt since this. But you got to wonder, I mean, how does this happen right now? There's mixed speculations, mixed reports out there saying that this happened during treatment. We don't know, like I said, if the treatment caused this or not, if it's just something that, coincidence, he was getting worked on and then this happened, or something that was being done to him caused this. So we don't know that at this time. But, I mean, one cannot help but flashback about 5 years ago, for those of you who remember this and have, followed football on a large scale, back in, I believe, 2020, LA Chargers, I think they were out of San Diego by that time, Tyrod Taylor, when he was quarterback out there for the Chargers, he ended up getting a punctured lung when a medical staff injection punctured the lung to reduce the pain in his midsection. I mean, seeing that before in the past, there is precedent of a treatment like that. You get a shot or something to numb something or reduce the pain, and you end up puncturing a lung. One can't help but think that maybe something like that could have happened again. I don't want to speculate or incriminate someone here, but just a scary situation, and hopefully Watt will be all right. If something like that, like a Tyrod Taylor thing, did happen, then someone definitely should be in a lot of trouble for that. So just unbelievable situation where TJ Watt probably going to miss Monday night's game. This is no, typical football injury here. It's not like he rolled an ankle in practice or jammed up his wrist or something on a pass rush rep in practice here. This is something way more serious, something that, not only would affect his play on the field, but would affect his, day-to-day life here. So Watt, just like what Adam Schefter said now pushing half an hour ago on ESPN, TJ Watt hospitalized last night after experiencing lung discomfort at the team facility. And Schefter a little bit ago updating said it's fair to assume that Watt has a lung that is semi-punctured and will probably not play on Monday night. So scary situation. Thoughts and prayers to TJ Watt. We're going to move on here in a second. Of course, Watt now joining the extensive injury list for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And, it's always an ill time and unfortunate time for something like this to happen to Watt, this type of injury. But now, late in the season, Steelers pushing for the playoffs, and this does not help that. Just trying to bring things back to a football stance here. Let's go to the comments right now. Get your reactions. I'm sure you guys have tons and tons to say about this matter. 9 of you already in here. Please, in the comment section, drop your thoughts, questions, opinions on this TJ Watt situation. We will get to all of them. Concepts here, and Black Magic in here as well. Safe to assume. Not sure how to read that, so it's a guess. Yeah, it's probably a guess. I mean, Schefter, I think he's thinking just like us. You think back, pushing 5 years now. That was really when Justin Herbert made his first NFL start. Herbert gets drafted in 2020, and Tyrod Taylor, I mean, it's kind of like Big Ben getting his first action situation, but honestly way worse with the injury that he went in over. Tyrod Taylor getting treatment from the team doctors, ends up getting his lung accidentally punctured on injection. And yeah, I mean, safe to assume, I mean, it's only force of habit that you think maybe something like that happened again. Rand's 87 in here. Welcome, Rands. This sucks. Yeah, it absolutely does. It sucks from a Steelers standpoint. It sucks from a TJ Watt standpoint, both, relating to football and just in general. I mean, dude's been busting his ass, always committed to football. There's no drama for TJ Watt, and now he's got to deal with this on top of everything else going on right now. So thoughts and prayers. Hopefully his recovery will be a quick one here, though. It is a serious situation we're talking about here. Magic in here. Watt need a break anyways. If we make the playoffs, we need him at 100% during the playoffs. I'm not going to go down that road. No offense there, Magic. I mean, needed a break anyways. I'm not going to try to paint this in a positive light, this lung injury, even if, he does come back to playing. There's no way after, let's just say, hypothetically, it is a punctured lung like Tyrod Taylor situation. Even if he does come back, that is something that you are not going to put him back out there and he is going to be 100%. It is going to be a very, very difficult thing for him to come back from and feel the same afterwards. So just hoping that he's all right and that it isn't a punctured lung like what some speculations are. So yeah, just thoughts and prayers for him. I don't really think he could have used a break anyways, just to finish your question there. Thought, they could have been pacing him at a better pace here with the snap count. You got 4 outstanding, in my opinion, outside linebackers. Jack Sawyer could use him a little bit more to keep Watt fresh down the stretch here. So just praying Watt will be back to as close as that 100% is. You mentioned there, hearing lung was a punctured from a botched injection, says Rands. That's what Adam Schefter, I think, is speculating until I see an official report that it is indeed a punctured lung, until we get concrete evidence of that. Don't want to, speculate too much here. Flacco here. Get well soon, TJ. Yeah, indeed there, Flacco. Welcome in. 12 of you in here reacting to the breaking news this afternoon. Not the thing we all were expecting to see here. TJ Watt, questionable, and that is optimistically viewing things questionable for Monday night's game against the Dolphins after a lung issue sustained at the team facility yesterday, spent overnight in the hospital. Flacco here, I hope it's not 4 weeks. Yeah, indeed. I mean, you're in the home stretch of the season now. If it's something that he needs to be put on injured reserve for, then that is going to be very, very unfortunate. So just praying that this isn't what we, majority of us, are thinking, and that he'll be able to make a fast and full recovery from it. Magic here. We have good outside linebacker and Nick. and play on either side. Yeah, Nick Herbig can play on either side. The reason, I think as the years have gone on, TJ Watt going down with injury, I'm not going to write it off immediately as a death sentence as what it has been, back 4 or 5 years ago. Or like, remember when your primary backups were like Anthony Chickalo and Marcus Golden and all that sort of stuff. Now you got Highsmith, Herbig, and Sawyer. So I think those guys, if Watt were to be out for an extended period of time, could hold down the fort a little bit. But am I fully confident that they themselves would be able to stay healthy? I'm not willing to go there right now. Look here again. Rands was feeling so positive for this season, regardless of the record, was really feeling division champs incoming in playoff W's. But now, man, can't lose TJ at this point again. Just can't. And this wouldn't be the first time that something like this has happened to the Steelers. What was it? Just 2 years ago? Something like that. TJ got injured in the final game of the season, ended up missing the wild card game. This lung injury is serious. Might be looking at a similar situation like that where your highest paid and when he's on his game, most dynamic pass rusher is out for a playoff game. Hopefully, we're not getting deja vu or a repeat of that situation again. Scary potential retirement if it's bad. I'm not gonna speculate retirement here. I mean, if it is like a Tyrod Taylor situation where his lung got punctured, I mean, hell, Tyrod Taylor, he's still playing football right now. Is he still starting for the Jets? I think he is. So I'm not going to, write off TJ saying that this is going to be that, but we definitely do before we make any more speculations on recovery and what his timetable to return is like. We got to get a definitive word on what this injury exactly is before we do that. Concepts here. Hopefully the team can stay focused. I know TJ will demand that. It's hard to focus on football 100% when your brother is in a scary situation. Maybe motivation for their teammates. If I'm hoping it's the second thing you said there instead of the first part of that comment. Concepts. I mean, now this is going to a very much more extreme circumstance than what Watt is going through. But remember when Damar Hamlin had his situation and then the Buffalo Bills that following week, they came out looking like gangbusters. Hopefully TJ, if he will be missing Monday, which right now, if I had to speculate, lung issue, not something that, you can just throw ice on or put a brace on. I would expect he will miss Monday sitting here now without knowing the full details of things. But I hope nonetheless that Watt will be able to reassure his teammates that he'll be all right and that they'll be able to go out and ball out for their teammate going through something right now. THP in here. Welcome, THP. What's this? I read it happened at the facility by the staff. Sorry if you said that, but just got here. That we're reading word for word here, THP. What was said on the situation. Watt experienced lung discomfort. This is per Burt Lawton. He experienced lung discomfort at the practice facility. And then Adam Schefter came in shortly after that and said that it was during treatment at the facility that he experienced this discomfort. I don't, like I said, not knowing what happened, not knowing what the exact deal is with his lung or what all occurred. We do not know right now whether it's something he experienced while getting treatment or if it's something that was caused by the type of treatment he was getting. So hopefully it's not, any sort of foul play or misjudgment by the medical staff here. I don't want to be, damning them here for no reason. Rand's here, agree, praying they can find a way. And indeed, there, Rand. So thoughts and prayers for TJ Watt. Hopefully he will be able to be all right and make a full recovery from whatever is going on with him. Hopefully it's not too serious. As we await more details, hopefully we will maybe get more details later on in the stream here tonight, or by tomorrow we will get an exact explanation on what it is he's dealing with and what happened with the whole treatment side of things here. Going to keep things moving along. Watt, he isn't the only one with issues to talk about right now. The Steelers today, with them playing on Monday, their first practice of the week and first injury report came out today, and it is an extensive, again, injury report for the Steelers, on top of Watt being added to the list. Tons of names on the injury list here today. I'm going to pop up the injury list for both teams on the screen right now. Not sure if you're going to be able to make out the names on the list there, but there it is. For the Steelers, just an update on what all went down in practice and what some injured players did for them. Darnell Washington, he was spotted getting out there running through individual drills today after he left Sunday's game against the Ravens with a concussion. He's in concussion protocol, working his way through that process. We just talked about TJ Watt and an off-the-field issue with him. Another guy who went through an off-the-field issue recently, DK Metcalf, did not fly back with the team on Sunday night, stayed overnight in a Baltimore hospital with a stomach issue. He out there practicing today in the wide receiver group. So turns out he's been telling reporters left and right since that whole stomach situation was reported. He says that he's good. His participation in practice shows that. Also, we heard from Steelers rookie defensive lineman Derek Harmon today. He said he is optimistic about playing on Monday night. That is good news to hear if you are a Steeler fan. After yesterday, we read off the rushing stats against the Steelers with Harmon in the lineup versus without. Harmon did confirm it is the same knee that he injured. So same knee, but different injury that, held him out of the preseason. I don't think we were too certain what knee it was for Harmon. All we knew is that it wasn't the same injury. He confirmed today, same knee, but different injury. Hopefully his knee issues are behind him and that he will be good to go here soon. The official practice report, 5 DNPs or did not participate today. Of course, TJ Watt with the lung issue. James Pierre with his calf injury that Mike Tomlin brought up in Tuesday's press conference. He did not practice today as well. Ben Skoranek with his hand issue he sustained against the Ravens did not practice. Derek Harmon did not practice. And Andres Pete, who too is in concussion protocol, the de facto Steelers starting left tackle right now. He, with a concussion protocol, did not practice today. The other 2 guys who are in concussion protocol with Pete, Malik Harrison, who took a nasty, wicked-looking shot from Derrick Henry. He and Darnell Washington, both limited participants today. DK Metcalf, Patrick Queen with his glute injury, Aaron Rodgers, Kyle Duggar, and then Y.A. Black and Keanu Benton, all of those gentlemen full participants here today. The Steelers also making a addition to their practice squad. We brought this up yesterday. It is now official. Doug Nestor, offensive lineman who spent the preseason and training camp with the Steelers. He is back on the practice squad after multiple hits, especially to the left tackle position in the past couple of weeks for the Steelers. Broderick Jones, Calvin Anderson going to IR, the aforementioned Pete in concussion protocol. So Nestor coming back, a much needed addition to the practice squad if you need him in a pinch. For the Dolphins, their injury list just a tiny bit shorter than the Steelers, but not by much. They had 2 did not practices today. That is defensive back Elijah Campbell and linebacker Caleb Johnson. I think 2 reserve guys for them there. They did have a bunch of limited participants, though, and this is where you get some of their more contributing names on game day. The big one, running back Devon Achane, limited with a rib injury. He might be questionable heading into Monday night. One of the best running backs in the league, going up against a Steelers run defense that has not been all that hot lately. That is a scary sight heading into prime time television if you're a Steeler fan. So Achane will watch him throughout the week, limited with a rib injury. Also, long snapper Jake Cardona with a hamstring. Corner, former Green Bay Packer Rasul Douglas, was limited with a foot issue. Starting safety Ifeatu Melifonwu with both a thumb and groin injury was limited. Actually, the closer I look, it says groins. So I wonder if that is double, both groins there for Melifonwu. We'll keep an eye on that. Offensive lineman Andrew Mayer and linebacker Chop Robinson and tight end Darren Waller. Those guys were also limited. Robinson, one of their starting linebackers, former first-round pick, an oblique injury for him that limited him. Darren Waller was just resting today. Their starting center, Aaron Brewer, and rookie offensive lineman Jonah Savainia, those two gentlemen, full participants, along with backup corner Ethan Bonner. So those are the injury reports for this first practice day here on a Thursday. Usually we have news like this on Wednesday, but with the game on Monday night, we talked about it today. So long injury list for the Steelers. Multiple DNPs we'll have to watch. One, honestly, besides, of course, Watt with the lung injury, the one I am most interested in keeping an eye on did not practice today. James Pierre with that calf injury. I thought he banged up his shoulder more than anything on one play against the Ravens back on Sunday. Calf injury. Tomlin brought it up on Tuesday. Hopefully Pierre, who's been outstanding for the Steelers this season, really has developed into a key contributor in the turnover department on defense. We'll keep an eye on what his availability is like tomorrow and then heading into the weekend. Let's go back to the comments section here. Your guys getting some more comments in there as well. Magic, again, going back to the TJ Watt situation. We got this. Confident, Magic. I love it. You can be the positivity bringer here on the TJ Watt front, and if he does indeed miss Monday's game, you will be the big positivity guy here. I believe it was not too long ago when Steelers fans were down in the dumps for something. Flacco was the positivity guy. So Magic, you're going to wear that hat here this week if Watt cannot go. THP, last leg of the season. This is what matters most. Yeah, I mean, matters most to the team, but Watt getting his lung right, that's first and foremost here. Take care of yourself before, you go back to work here. But very unfortunate and ill timing for this terrible situation here in the final 4 games now, 4 weeks left in the season. THP here, Achane, game breaker with speed. Yeah, Steelers run defense, they've been absolutely brutal lately. Back-to-back games where they've given up over 200 yards. And, Devon Achane, we talked about the rest of the running backs on the schedule here for the Steelers and how they are going to need to adjust on the fly against high-quality opponents here to get the run defense right, because they're not going to, get anyone on the schedule looking at it right now where you're going to be going up against a second or third string running back. No, you're getting stud after stud week after week from here till the end of the season. Achane, if he's good to go, you're going to get him. If you don't get Achane, by the way, their rookie, believe, was 6th round pick, I believe, something like that. Ollie Gordon, running back out of Oklahoma State. I loved him coming out of the draft, so I might hype him up a little bit more than some others. But yeah, you got, if he's healthy, Achane this week. Next week, you're going to get Sonic and Knuckles, David Montgomery, and Jahmyr Gibbs. And Gibbs, he's making a case for top running back in the league, or top 3. I won't say top running back in the league. I think that mantle belongs to one Jonathan Taylor in Indianapolis, even though we held him to 45 yards somehow. But Jahmyr Gibbs, he's developing into a top 3 running back in the NFL. And then to wrap up the season, 2 AFC North opponents, Quinshon Judkins, who I think is still going to be a hell of a running back, and Derrick Henry again, who just ran it along with Lamar Jackson and Keaton Mitchell for 2 50 almost on you. So, yeah, gotta definitely watch and pay attention to that injury report. See if one Achane is going to be in the lineup or not. Concepts here. Seems like being a limited participant first practice after a concussion is a good sign usually, but tomorrow is key. We need Darnell and everyone back this week. Extra day is a good thing, but short week for Detroit does not agree with that. Concepts. I do imply that when I try to read the injury report. Limited participant on Wednesday. Really, for any injury, that's going to give me a positive sign that, hey, couple more days, they might be in a different spot than where we think they are right now. So yeah, definitely in concussion protocol, getting back out there on the field as a limited participant. Think the video I saw here, Darnell Washington, hitting blocking sleds. If his concussion was really that bad, he wouldn't be doing any sort of contact. So glad to see that he is out there doing that along with Malik Harrison. Honestly, out of all the concussions that all the players that went into concussion protocol on Sunday against the Ravens, how the hell Malik Harrison was a limited participant today is insane, and kudos to him and his toughness, because that was a nasty looking hit that he took there. So yeah, good news that they are limited participants. Definitely all hands on deck, especially if there's going to be no Watt on Monday, but the short week against Detroit, that'll definitely be something that you hope and pray everyone makes it through Monday night relatively squeaky clean. Some more comments here. Concepts again. Calf injuries like to linger. Hope Pierre Island can play again. Yeah, calf injuries. I think calf injuries anymore, they may start to become more of an issue than it is like a hamstring or a groin injury, because we've seen it. We just saw a bunch of these types of injuries across the NFL last week, and the calf, not too far off from your Achilles there, and that is a massive, massive blow if you suffer an Achilles injury. So hopefully this is just something minor that he's just going to, keep off of it for a little bit, and maybe it goes away. But yeah, definitely am going to pay attention to that calf injury there. Concepts. Didn't we talk about the Steelers showing interest in Achane before the trade deadline? Breece Hall maybe too. He really has been playing insane this year. Yes, we did. Their Concepts. There were some reports out there that the Steelers gave a call about Achane and Breece Hall at the time. Hindsight 2020 now, of course, but looking back then at the trade deadline, we didn't really, where was the spot for Achane going to be? You got Warren and Gainwell, and you just spent a third-round pick on Caleb Johnson. But I think, looking over at things now, just get playmakers on offense. That's really all you could do. So I'm sure Achane came at a steep price, just like Jalen Waddle, who they kept. But definitely would have been interesting if the Steelers would have pulled that off. My dog already learning to be positive. Well, says Magic. THP here, real quick. Oh my goodness, there. THP. Okay, my dad, an aneurysm in the heart area recently, cannot walk without assistance because 2 herniated discs, 2 surgeries coming soon. Appreciate any prayers and thankful. Just found out. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. THP. Honestly, thoughts and prayers to your dad. That is a very, very scary situation. My whole heart and prayers go out to you and your family and your dad, and hoping for the best in that situation. We will definitely be checking up on here, so please keep us in the loop there, THP. Definitely want to keep up with that. Hopefully everything goes well. Definitely be praying that the surgeries are successful. Merry Christmas, everyone, by the way. Happy holidays. Yes, Merry Christmas to everyone. Matter of fact, on the streaming service that I am using here, they just dropped some new Christmas overlays. Got some, putting them up here, taking a look at them in real time, just like you guys. There we go. I think we'll deal with that one. We'll come back to that, toward Christmas. I just actually got the little bit of Christmas decorating done in here. You see, let me pop your comment off the screen here for a second, THP. Just got the little Christmas tree put up back there, got the stand for it, the Mr. Steeler snowman right there. So, yeah, Christmas right around the corner on the door back there. You see the Steelers and Penguin stockings up as well. So, yeah, getting into the Christmas spirit here. Merry Christmas to all of you on here. We'll, I'm sure, exchange pleasantries a little bit later towards Christmas. Let's see here. Got anything else? Don't see anything else right now. So, told you guys we were probably going to keep things a bit shorter here today because the TJ Watt news was the biggest thing to talk about. So we're going to get into the extra Pittsburgh sports news here in a moment. Flacco here as well. My best B-Day present will be a Steelers W. Hopefully that will be an awesome birthday present for you there, Flacco. Some comment here from Concepts. Yeah, very sorry to hear that. THP, thoughts and prayers to your family. My birthday is Tuesday. Maybe a little double birthday present there for you, Flacco. Get a win against the Dolphins, and then you'll still be close enough. You could wish for a win against the Lions there as well. So happy birthday in advance there, Flacco. Definitely come back in here on Tuesday, and we'll give you your obligatory happy birthday comments. Sweet tree. Your room is sick. Yeah, just a little tree picked up from Walmart. Do a little bit of decorating in here. Not going to go all out on it. Definitely also, I think I could hit this as well. Rarely hit these buttons on this controller. Maybe. There we go. See, we can change the lighting in here too. Get some Christmas colors going like that. Sort of go along with the tree over there, changing colors. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to start wrapping up the show here on this Thursday evening. Let's get into the extra Pittsburgh sports news of the day here. I want to switch gears to begin the extra Pittsburgh sports news. Let's get some hockey talk out of the way now. About an hour, maybe a little bit less away from puck drop between the Penguins and the Canadiens here tonight. That game in Pittsburgh at PPG Paints Arena. It is Star Wars night. Hopefully the Penguins are able to use the force and get whatever the hell's going on with them back in line here. Their last 3 games playing good hockey, but 2 of those games somehow, some way going to overtime, blowing third period leads, and have lost 2 games in a shootout and barely won another against the Tampa Bay Lightning. So the Penguins, can they play a full 60 minutes tonight and be able to hold on to a third period lead? That is what we are going to be hoping for here today. Some updates on what went down for the Penguins at their morning skate here today. The Pens, same lines as they had the other night against the Anaheim Ducks. Novak, Crosby, Rust. The top line, Mantha, Hayes, Brazo. Line 2. Line 3, McGroarty, Kindle, Koivunen. And then the fourth line, Dewar, Heinen, Achari. Same defensive pairings as well. No changes there. Do have a little bit of injury updates, though. Both Jack St. Ivany, who's been on injured reserve since the preseason after he broke his foot, and Ricard Raquel, who I believe had hand surgery a couple of months ago. Both of those gentlemen, again, out there skating with the team here today. They were just rotating in as reserves out there on the rink, but still practicing with the team, getting closer and closer to their comeback here. St. Ivany, I believe a little over an hour ago, was activated off of injured reserve. I don't think he's going to be getting back into the lineup here tonight, but maybe next game or the game after that, St. Ivany will be in. Head coach Dan Muse, though, did say it's status quo for Ricard Raquel. He remains on IR for the time being, though. Got to be coming back soon, you feel like. Ooh, excuse me. Also, Tristan Jarry in net tonight for the Penguins. He has been red hot between the pipes for a little while now. So hopefully he's able to stifle a young and I believe high-powered Canadiens offense here tonight. Opposite Tristan Jarry tonight. I know this won't sound like it, but bad news for the Pittsburgh Penguins. In goal tonight for the Montreal Canadiens, Jacob Fowler was the 69th, nice, overall pick in the 2023 draft. He will make his NHL debut here tonight. And if there's anything that Penguins fans know about this hockey team besides them always blowing third period leads and getting scored on by players who used to play for them, it's that they let rookies and unheard of goaltenders look like Dominic Hasek, Martin Brodeur, and Carey Price all rolled into one. So would I be surprised if Jacob Fowler, making his NHL debut, puts up like a 32 save shutout tonight and makes insane save after insane save? I would not doubt it. Hopefully the Penguins are able to get a couple quick ones on the rookie Tendy here tonight. The last two things on the Penguins here for today, scraping the bottom of the barrel with this one, though. But we did just talk about that mini tree there a moment ago. Might need to add an ornament to that, as the Penguins are dropping a new 2025 snow globe ornament that says it's a hockey night in Pittsburgh on it, and it's got a skyline of the city of Pittsburgh on it as well. So that is definitely a cool looking ornament if you guys want to go check it out on the Pittsburgh Penguins social media platforms. And the last thing on the Penguins here for this evening, just an update on what's going on down on the farm. Sergei Miroshov had a couple weeks up in the NHL earlier this season, now back down in Wilkes-Barre. He remains red hot and still looks like he could be the future for the Penguins between the pipes. 34 save shutout last night for Sergei Miroshov in Wilkes-Barre. He is now 8-2 on the season in the AHL, a 156 goals against average, 943 save percentage. So, I mean, I know Tristan Jarry is playing well right now, and teams are probably calling for his services. Got to set the price super, super high if you're going to move him. But at the same time, as much as we want to keep a red-hot Tristan Jarry right now, her holding Miroshov down there in the minors, not sure how much longer you're going to be able to do that. Getting back into football here for a moment, talking about the Steelers. We did hear from the Steelers coordinators this afternoon. Steelers offensive coordinator Arthur Smith talking about what went down last game against the Ravens, what went right, gave a nice little shout out to the first play of the game, said the 52-yard pass to DK Metcalf, quote, set the tone and set some things up. Maybe he finally realized, hey, you're not going to be able to score points just having toss plays and screen passes all the time. You can still, have a good bit of those, but got to push the ball downfield. He said so himself, said, come hell or high water, we were going to try to push the ball down the field against the Ravens. Love that mindset from Arthur. Please, Arthur, keep it up, because the offense actually looked like it could be a danger to put up points every single drive. Just please do not fall back into your comfort blanket of we're going to run a screen where we give the ball to Jonnu Smith and we got Scotty Miller and Calvin Austin blocking for him. Please do not fall back into that questionable play calling. The last thing from Arthur Smith, if he gave praise to one player today, it was going to be Dylan Cook, backup left tackle, who might be in line to start if Andres Pete cannot go Monday night. Arthur Smith saying he was in a similar position where he was down to his fourth left tackle in 2022 with the 2020, with the Tennessee Titans, saying, quote, it's just the nature of the business. It's a credit to Dylan. I thought he did a nice job. So Smith putting confidence in Dylan Cook, who just elevated from the practice squad around this time last week. On to the defensive coordinator, Terrell Austin. He had a few things to say. One big criticism that he had out of anything for the past couple of games, not just the Ravens game recently on defense, said that the Steelers and how they get from where they are on the field to making a tackle has been a bit of an issue. Said that he doesn't have any issue with the Steelers' tackling abilities. of late, because I think we all have been like, all right, there's a broken tackle right there. Why aren't we doing more to stop the running back here? Why are we, going for arm tackles and not laying the boom? Austin saying that he doesn't think there's a poor effort tackling wise, but how they get to the tackle has been poor. So the Steelers might be working on those sort of track down agility drills in practice this week. Definitely going to need them if you're going to be going up against Devon Achane, because I'll tell you what, you make one wrong move or give up the slightest angle to Achane, he's going to blow by you, and good luck tackling him. Then Austin, after that, then went into lofty praise about multiple players. Said he felt Joey Porter has developed a feel for the game, and that he knows what his faults are, and that he's done a better job staying away from those tendencies. I guess that's a good compliment for Joey Porter Jr. Just stop him from being grabby first and foremost, and then everything else will develop around it. Gave praise to Y.A. Black, said he has handled an increased role really, really well, filling in for Derek Harmon and the other injuries on the D-line, saying he's big, strong individual who's just getting better, really responded well for that, earned the right to play more. So love that there from Y.A. Black. Austin also said that he is not worried in a question about Jalen Ramsey's production this season. Ramsey has not helped cause a turnover since week 2, and Austin not worried about Ramsey not getting his hands on the football recently. Quote, he's made an impact for us because he's steadied us in terms of the safety position, being able to be there, and communication and getting all that stuff together. I think when we were kind of moving around earlier in the year, it kind of got a little disjointed. I see less guys wondering what's going on. Hey, where's the call? Who's calling? Who's making this call? All that sorts of stuff. Here's what we got. Let's move. I see more of that. So Austin sort of going hey, he's not getting burned and he's not making, the splash plays right now, but he's doing more than what the stat sheet might show. So like that comment there from Terrell Austin. And one of the last things that Austin said today, just like Mike Tomlin did on Tuesday, gave some praise to former Steeler Minkah Fitzpatrick, who will be making his Pittsburgh return on Monday night. Quote, he was great when he was here, forget football player, but just as a human. And so I root for guys like Minkah, and he's not here, but I root for him except for this week. So much love there from Terrell Austin. I think regardless of how things ended here, I don't think you're going to see or hear a situation where anyone throws anyone under the bus in this situation. Minkah's not going to call out them for maybe something that went wrong here last year or 2 years, vice versa from Austin and Mike Tomlin. So like that they're showing mutual love, and glad that there is no bad blood, at least out there in the media. And to wrap up the extra Pittsburgh sports news here for the day, just a little bit of hot stove Pittsburgh Pirates rumors and what is going on there. Pirates making no additions to their team. It seems, unfortunately, they've sucked us in, the Pirates have, where we're believing they're going to do something, but they'll probably disappoint us. Today, another day where we sat here and we saw the Pirates do nothing. Instead, a bunch of people around them were doing things. Last night, Mike Yastrzemski, former San Francisco Giant and Kansas City Royal, thought that he would have been a nice addition to be a corner outfielder for the Bucks. He off the market last night, signing a 2-year, $23 million deal with the Atlanta Braves. Also, some in-division moves. The Chicago Cubs today, adding to their bullpen, they signed left-hander Hobie Milner to a 1-year, $3.75 million deal. Former Milwaukee Brewer Hobie Milner stays in the NL Central. Speaking of the Brewers, they made an addition as well. Outfielder Akil Baddoo from the Detroit Tigers, signing a major league contract with the Brewers, I assume that's a 1-year deal. Don't know many other specifics beyond that. And this one probably pretty damning on how slow Ben Cherington has been to get a major deal done besides bringing in Gregory Soto. The Pirates have not added a big league bat to their lineup yet, even though that's priority number one. And somehow, some way, before the Pirates are able to do that, Colin Holderman, after the rotten year, really, past 2 calendar years when he was with the Pirates, Colin Holderman, he has found a new home, and he doesn't need to travel that far. The Cleveland Guardians signing Holderman to a 1-year contract today. So, got to get the ball moving here, Ben, because more names are coming off the free agency market, seems by the hour at this point, and even Colin Holderman found a new spot to play ball next year before you were able to add a immediate slot into the starting lineup for the Bucks. So get back to work there, BC. As for who Ben Cherington might be targeting, some more speculation on who the Pirates are in. Robert Murray, an MLB insider for Fansided and Foul Territory TV today, dropping an article saying that Jorge Polanco, Ryan O'Hearn, or someone else, the Pirates will indeed add an impact bat in this free agency cycle. Polanco, O'Hearn, wouldn't mind either of those guys. O'Hearn, first baseman, DH, got some pop in his bat. Polanco, infield utility, hit some home runs last year. Jason Mackey going at a more local level here for the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. He's been covering the Pirates for a good while. He said on 93.7 The Fan today, it is plausible that the Pirates add 2 of the following 3 players. Eugenio Suarez, third baseman for the Mariners. Brandon Lowe via trade, who's the current second baseman for the Tampa Bay Rays. And Jorge Polanco, who is a second baseman but utility man for the Mariners as well. Out of that crop there, the guy that I'd probably go for first and foremost would be Suarez. I mean, he's a third baseman. Is he that, much of a big glove over there at third base? I don't think so anymore. But, hey, penciling 35 home runs into your lineup immediately by bringing in a Suarez, I'm going to do that at whatever price it takes, because it's either Suarez, in my opinion, or you're going to be watching Jared Triolo, who's as good as Suarez is hitting with his glove, but as bad with the bat as really anyone in baseball last year. So hopefully Suarez will be a Pirate. I am holding out hope for that, even though it's probably very pie in the sky thinking. Some more from Mackey on 93.7 The Fan. He brought up Brandon Lowe as one of the guys who the Pirates are after. Said it might not even take all that much to land Brandon Lowe. He said it'll take low-level prospects with potential to potentially get a deal done for Brandon Lowe. Lowe, left-handed hitter, second baseman for the Rays, 31 home runs last year, 31-year-old. So hopefully that means if he does get traded to the Pirates, he'll hit 32 at age 32. But, hey, low-level prospects, if I, need to drop a Tony Blanco or one of the many, many pitchers that will not be seeing the light of day in the MLB in the next couple of years, if it takes that to get Brandon Lowe, I am absolutely doing it. The Pirates also could go after another second baseman. Heard today a rumor that the Yankees at the winter meetings were listening to trade proposals on second baseman Jazz Chisholm. Reason why I bring that up, even though there is no direct affiliation with the Pirates to that story, is that the Pirates just 2 years ago, well, about a year and a couple months ago, calendar-wise, they were in, apparently, on Jazz Chisholm at the trade deadline when they were still playing meaningful baseball in September, were not able to land Chisholm, instead rebounded to Brian De La Cruz, and what a pickup that turned out to be. So maybe Jazz Chisholm could ultimately become a Pirate, but we'll wait to see if the Pirates do become a team confirmed to talk with the Yankees about him before we talk about that any further. And the final thing today for the Pittsburgh sports news, I'm going to bring this up right now. I'm looking at it real time. The Pittsburgh Pirates promotional schedule for 2026 dropping here today. Want to see if there's anything interesting. Do have a couple of promotional items from this past season for the Bucks. Roberto Clemente pin back there. Brian Reynolds bobblehead, Mac Miller bobblehead. Have it right here. I'm afraid to hit the button because I don't want to play knock knock and get copyright strike. There are a couple of first look interesting promotions here. The top one, I think it'll be the most coveted promotional giveaway by the Bucks for the entire season. This will be April 18th. Paul Skeens Cy Young bobblehead. Those are going to be a fortune to get, and they might be one of the highest selling on the second market out of any Pirate bobblehead of all time. So that is definitely the big promotion giveaway for the Bucks in 2026. In May, seeing if there's anything t-shirt giveaway there. Every month you got your typical dollar hot dog night and fireworks shows and pup nights and things like that. Got let's see here, Pittsburgh Riverhounds soccer jersey giveaway. That is on June 27th. That one's interesting. Congrats again to the Riverhounds. They winning the soccer championship a couple of weeks ago. Let's see here. Okay, that's just a family fun zone thing there. I thought there was a Paul Skeens kid jersey giveaway. Was wondering if that was going to be the case, and that is really all that I see right now. So just those things right now. I'm sure the Pirates will add more promotions as the season goes along. July 11th, there's a Pirates cowboy hat giveaway. So if you want to maybe peel off the Pirate logo and stick a Steeler logo on there, got a cowboy hat, you'll look like Matt Canada a little bit. Remember him and how he always used to wear those damn hats like that, and we're like, dude, what are we doing? So, all right, that'll do it for the extra Pittsburgh sports news, ladies and gentlemen. Before we read your final comments and sign off here for the night, let's just real quick take one last scroll through Twitter, see if we have any sort of last minute news before we log off for the evening. I'm seeing a couple of screenshots from a story of Jim Bowden, athletic MLB writer, calling out the Pirates for their pursuit of Kyle Schwarber. Let's see here. Bowden, take away the Pirates' effort for Kyle Schwarber and Josh Naylor was simply eyewash. You don't say. I think we kind of came to that conclusion. It was, wishful thinking. My point is this: the Pirates offered Schwarber. The Pirates' offer for Schwarber should have been 6 years, 180 to 200 million, and for Naylor, 6 years to 120 million. Even then, it's unlikely the players would have signed there, but at least it would have given the players and their families something to think about. Once the Pirates become the highest bidder on a big free agent, only then will we know they mean business. For now, it's just eyewash. Point blank and to the point. That's pretty much, I think, the mindset of all Pirate fans. I mean, yeah, you can have your Jeff Passons and all the other MLB insiders of the world tweet out stuff like that. Oh, the Pirates are in on this guy, until pen is put to paper. I'm not going to believe anything that any of these guys are coming to the Pirates, but hey, we can still wish, though. Interesting here. Mentioned earlier that the Pittsburgh Penguins, they're supposed to drop the puck here in about half an hour against the Montreal Canadiens. The delay of the game the start of the game has been delayed to 7:30 now. This is from Dan Kingerski, beat writer for the Penguins. An accident on I-279 southbound, an accident there has delayed the game and has moved the start time to 7:30. Fans who typically travel to the arena are encouraged to use an alternate route. Oof. hopefully everyone is okay there. Hopefully nothing too serious, and everyone will make it to the game safe. By the way, if you guys here in the comment section, if you're in, northeastern part of the country right now, Western Pennsylvania specifically, it is a nasty day out there today with weather conditions, and it's going to be more of the same coming up over the weekend. So please, in any of the travels that you make, if you're around these parts, be safe. Just take your time. Rather you be a little bit late to something than not show up at all because you were rushing it and in this weather. So please be careful out there. And looking here, I think that is just about going to do it here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go back to the comment section for the final time here. I'll look at your guys' comments here, see if there's anything else here. THP here, Habs are good. Yeah, I think they're finally starting to get over that hump as a team with lots of young pieces. I think those pieces of the puzzle are finally starting to come together here and start to gel with one another. THP here again. Pens buyers or sellers? Dallas lost Sagan. I'd love the Sabres guys, but talking Flames older center and the defense, man. Honestly, no clue what the Pens are going to be right now. If you're talking, trade deadline wise, I mean, right now, Pens still in that wild card conversation. Maybe if I had to guess, like, let's just say the trade deadline were tomorrow. If I had to guess something that the Pens would do, maybe they move out, like, the guys that they have on one-year contracts, minus Justin Brazeau and I think Parker Wotherspoon. They might move out a couple of guys to get a couple of mid-round picks, but also they might be big game hunting if a team is looking to part ways with a solid young piece that might not cost all that much. I think the Pens might take a stab at that as well. So no idea what the Pens are going to do right now, THP. Steelers are finding out what's in the cupboard. Indeed, they are with the injury situation. Depth being tested right now. That is for sure. My dad here. Everyone getting caught up in the comments. THP, you, your family, you, your father, and your family will be in our thoughts and prayers. Absolutely agree. Didn't Ramsey separate the ball from that dude weeks ago for the win? Trying to think back to what play you're talking about there, THP. You'd have to fill me in. Mac Miller Tiny Desk Tour album is awesome. Yeah, here's the Mac Miller bobblehead right there. Love that. Probably my favorite bobblehead I've ever gotten from the Pirates right there. Nike's on my feet still, blast on. Nike's on my feet. Party on Fifth Avenue. Knock knock. Trying to go through all the list. Right now I've been liking some of the other stuff. Like I got a whole album on my phone right here of just Mac Miller songs that I'm all about. One of the newer ones that came out, Perfect Circle. I like there from Mac. You also got Stay from Mac. Came out not too long ago. Favorite part. What's the Use? Ladders. Yeah, a bunch of different Mac stuff. Small Worlds is another banger that I'm all about. So, yeah, tons of good stuff from Mac. Left us way too soon. Flacco here. Hope he makes a speedy recovery there from Flacco talking about THP's father. Lots of love in the comment section here for THP. So please, our thoughts and prayers are with you and your family, THP. Go be with your dad, and I think that's going to wrap it up here for this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for tuning back in here on a Thursday. We will probably, if I had to guess, reconvene tomorrow night for another little live stream. We'll talk about this Penguins game. We'll talk about the latest in the Steelers Dolphins injury report and anything else that we come along. It'll probably be about the same, another short, maybe an hour live stream like this. And then we'll head into a weekend where it'll be stress-free watching football, but then Monday night, that stress will be ratcheted right back up when the Steelers take on the Dolphins. So that'll do it for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. On your way out, if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button. Turn on notifications so that you never miss a thing here on the channel. Again, up to 658 subscribers on the channel. So I appreciate, I believe, the 2 new subscribers that we gained between last night and tonight. Also, like this live stream, share it, leave a comment in the comments section after the fact. Go give the channel a follow as well at Steel City SR on Facebook, Instagram, and X. And come back here a little bit later on tonight for SCSR 60. That's going to do it. Back here tomorrow talking Pens, Steelers, and hopefully, assuming that they do something, the Pittsburgh Pirates. We'll come back here tomorrow and talk about everything then. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday night. Back here tomorrow. Peace.